Because it won't be recorded on stream.
No, go straight live to YouTube.
Straight live. Does YouTube then save it?
Well, I hope so.
Well, I hope so. All right.
Yeah. It's a test.
Going live.
Hello! This is a test due to me forgetting to press record every time we sit down to do a chat.
Yeah, the last time we tried to do recording, there was a good 40 minutes talking about spirituality. You didn't manage to.
No.
So, the one we recorded on the way back.
All the others. No, we haven't published anything, so only the one in the van. One in the van.
We did
do one. So, hello everyone.
Hello.
We are essentially damaged.
And we're gonna catch up a bit.
Yeah. We are home at last. It's been a long summer. Long 3 months.
Beautiful.
Beautiful 3 months, but it's been 3 months away from our own creature comfort. So we had the scheduling wasn't very good at the summer. I had all these plans. Yeah, we can do our weekly videos. That didn't pan out. I wanted to, but yeah.
So it was a lot of hard work to get out of the house for the summer. Quite a lot of work while we were out of the house as well.
Yeah.
Mentally, spiritually. We've learned a lot.
We have.
And like mainly getting back to the house to home, it's amazing to make you realise what you really miss.
Yeah.
It's like having the gym stuff that we've recently just started using, just pull up on. Really missed it. I missed my bed. That was the thing that I missed the most. Travelling around, I missed the comfort of my own bed. I do like it. And yeah, we've got a few nice creature comforts. And having a kitchen was nice. Yeah. So this summer we packed up our house end of June and rented it out because we were never supposed to live here in the first place. So we rented it out for July and August, and off we went. With friends who were kind enough to lend us their motorhome, pretty luxurious motorhome, which was fantastic. That first month of July was amazing. We went really fast, because we found this place well after we sort of stayed there instead of carrying on exploring a bit more. We went to the hills of Caen and Cathonlas, the other last, and something else. I forget the name. Las Millas. But yeah, it's breathtaking. Really loved it. Yes, a Cotter Resource, which is basically for a little bit under than that. So that was where I found the dragon. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely magical space. It was fantastic. I mean, you get up, we parked. It was like free camping, so you can park wherever you want. And we parked right near the wood, there's a fence all the way around, campsite, parked near the river, parked near a door that you can get down to the river. And you can see all the animals, and it was just everywhere. It was kind of calling Lewis to do this. I was like, this is where it's got to be done here. So. And fair play, you were like, let's just get it done, And I did, and I wasn't the brakes on. The brakes was often overwhelmed, and that's working a lot better these days, where you're giving me a nudge, and I'm trying not to I've already got some stuff. But yeah, really highly recommend anyone traveling in Spain. Like, you don't even have to if you just can. Or Airbnb, some beautiful spa hotel, some ladies. I mean, I'm starting to look. See what kind of offers it. It's got to be cold. There are really nice. Ozovios, it was the tiniest little. I don't know if it was a village, like hamlet, straight village, like a couple of restaurants. They had one supermarket, bring you anything. And they had great fresh meat and carnivals, and the best pancake ever. Little ice really lovely couple that run it.
So check out Tino's base, RS.
We only got planned 2 days stop there, 11 days, and we was like, oh, we have to be home. So we did everything else. And after that, we decided to drive all the way around. To get there, we were kind of up to Cathora, great village. It's a little bit more tourist orientated. I think it's used to having visitors. Seems like welcome. There's a lot of Spanish tourists, but not so many foreigners. They pass through with the Southlands and stuff, but otherwise not.
Yeah, it doesn't get a lot of publicity like big cities like Barcelona, Madrid, Seville, or you go to the coast. There's not a lot spoken about.
No, but it was really good for us. We like to get away. It's really busy here. You can't drive anywhere. So it's hot. Going in there, you think it's really hot, but you're right next to the whole theme of our summer chase for cold room, and it worked out really well. So we drive off Cotorrios, and we did some really good hikes there as well. Because we were in the motorhome, bike to the river hikes. The kids did really well. We've got lots of footage of that, so we were all together in a little montage of the family fun stuff. Then we drove from there. We found some really swimming bath things that were made. That place, that one, that they recommended to us. We went.
I feel it was cool.
Big issue. It was like it was the river. So from the dams, it has dams. There's like obviously a lake at the top. Dams, and then it comes off a different way. So was it and there was a man-made swimming pool out of that river. So it was like rocky walls to keep really cold.
Really
which was forbidden. I did it anyway. So I just did that. It was really cold water. We had a little bit of an issue with Celeste. Freezing. We got in. Then we drove round, and it goes back to Granada side. And we wanted to stop somewhere for a couple of days and enjoy it. And we went. Climbed up to the top. Castro. Top of Earth, that is So there's another load of great hikes and river walks in Newcastle. Went to see the birth of the was that all the way back up there, past that gigantic mansion and with all the dodgy stuff. Because basically when we went up through Cathora, we went down the Frio, and around the Pantano. We stayed in the national park area because I didn't want to be and there were really weird hotel shut down. It had only ever been open for like a year or two, and it got shut down, and it was absolutely very weird vibe driving through there. And it was just like in the middle of nowhere. Nothing around.
We were just trying to feel into the intuition as to what's been going on around here, and I was kind of getting the feeling that some not nice things have been
there was a very negative energy around, and you can feel there was a lot of souls in the forest. So we gave a lot of love to that place as we drove through.
It's gigantic kind of aristocracy size building as well. And you think, well, some of the stuff that these people get up to in the woods.
It wasn't. It felt very weird. It's very weird. It was really weird considering the whole wonderful vibe that we had most of the journey.
And then we carried on looking for the magic stuff to put in the toilet of the caravan. We were looking for that all summer. And it turns out the only place we could find it was in the petrol station we left, or where we left in the first place. So we,
So that's the chemical toilet.
liquid gold.
Yeah, the cleaner stuff it's very important to have.
But nowhere in Spain says it spells it. Nowhere in Spain sells it by the looks of things. So it's quite funny. And not even the campsites. So, but we went to this place called Castile. We went to a small campsite that was near a river, and there was a municipal swimming pool and stuff. So we stayed there for a
That
couple of
river
nights.
was really
It was amazing.
freezing cold, and you could get in. It was just over your knees, but it was fast and it was cold and it was really good. Like after about a minute in there, you had to get out.
Yeah. So it was really hot, but everyone was like, "I'll just get in the river." So we're like, okay, we'll do that. That's what we've been doing, and now we understood why. It numbed your toes the minute you got in. It was so cold, and it was quite fast flowing. So we've been given a lilo in the last place. So the kids were getting in at the top, and they're getting on the line, flowing to us. And then we were catching them. They enjoyed their little Superman bit.
No, they weren't doing that.
Leslie did it on the line.
Did she?
Yeah, she did it on the line. Yeah. Jessica was doing it without the ladder. It was free. You did it as well without the ladder.
I smashed my hip on the rock. Yeah, you don't realise. If you don't do this kind of thing, you just think, well, I'll try it. And then it's the realisation that fast moving water and rocks that you can crash into. I've been doing a bit more of that, climbing trees and falling down, and
Yeah.
it's fun.
Then there was we went to the market because we spent our daughter's birthday in this village, so we went to the market to get her some bits. I got this from there actually, and then there was this old man that I was talking to. He just fancied chatting, so I was chatting to him for a while, and he was from the old Legion days, and he said that he remembered when Franco came and took the village back. And they put this statue at the top of the mountain because we asked him about it because there was this statue at the top of the mountain and we were told that we should go and see it. I'm like, okay. So I asked this man about it and he was saying, yeah, I was here for the day they placed it. Lightning struck it and took it down. And then they replaced it again, I think 8 days later. And it was quite interesting. I'm like, oh, okay. He says, yeah, he'd never seen anything like it. So we walked up there, and we paid the entrance to go up there, and it was a really weird statue of Jesus doing something very strange with his hands. But I've never seen a Jesus statue quite like that one. It was like almost like comical. It was like a comedy face, wasn't it? It was, but it was really
Comical.
like he had like a
More cartoony.
cartoony style face, yeah. And normally they're quite serious. Something that we've noticed in all the churches, everything's very serious.
Yeah.
So that was nice. But yeah, we went all the way up to this old. Basically, it's the old fortress. So that we got told of the history because round here in the south of Spain, there's been a lot of the wars that come and go, and it's been Catholic, and then it's been Moors, and then Catholic and Moors. So they lived on the top of the mountain, enclosed inside the fortress. So it wasn't just like a royal palace; it was the village was on top of the mountain. To keep them safe, but it looked like the river had flown. Obviously, I'm guessing before they'd placed the dams, because there was a dam higher up. When you got to the top, you could see a dam, and the cavern of where the river was that we'd been swimming in. When you got to the top of there, you could tell that the river had been a lot more abundant and a lot higher from how it had cut through, because we did that really cool river walk through, wasn't there? Mm-hmm. So it was, it's just really interesting way to end the holiday. Then we had to come back down to the coast. So. But yeah, I've got the coastway home was not so much fun. We had a little bit of an accident
A bit of a ding.
with the motorhome, but the rest of the holiday has been great. But then we came back and had to give them at home back to our friends because they needed it. And then we had a month of house sitting and basically living in friends' lounges. So that was interesting. Just living out of a city. We'd managed to pack a lot of stuff into that motorhome because when we unloaded, I was like, this is not living out of a suitcase. We had like half our house in it. So I had to then pack all that up and take it to my mum. My mum's been a real real star this summer. She's been feeding us quite a lot, especially through August, because we didn't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah.
So I found that interesting. I found it August a lot harder, but it also went really fast. So we spent a bit of time here at a friend's house who just bought a house. So we were, they let us basically camp at theirs, but they had water issues. And then we spent some time in Seville at our other friends' houses. So, and camped in our mate's garden. So
yeah, it was a nice combination of what we want to be able to do. So the freedom of movement, which obviously we all have experienced that being taken away from us, and also what we don't want in terms of like things going wrong in the houses and getting the phone calls, oh, this is broken, or we've got to do this, or this has happened, and just we don't like that stuff anymore. You know, we like the freedom of movement, and we don't want to have to be doing a lot of the just admin and not problem solving, but it is kind of problem solving, but dealing with things going wrong with stuff.
Yeah, see, through the summer it was a lot smoother. There wasn't that many things that we had to fix. Not during July anyway. It did. A few things went wrong in August and stuff, but we definitely realised that travelling now with the kids the age they are in the motorhome or just kind of flow state was something we really, really enjoyed. But also we did really enjoy getting home. I really enjoyed getting home and just being able to spread out. So we realised what we want from moving forwards and what we can release, really, what baggage we can get rid of, because it's all a learning curve, and it's all about cleaning up and moving on towards the future. So.
But we can certainly get better at travelling lighter.
Yes.
I mean, we had a trip to England as well, which we'll talk about next time. But we travelled a bit lighter there.
A lot lighter. I packed a lot of stuff to the motorhome, and I realised that I wore the same 7 dresses. That's all I needed. And obviously when you're hiking and stuff, you need a little bit of a change of wardrobe, and certain socks and shoes and all that kind of stuff. But we can definitely travel a lot lighter. But we do like doing all the sporty activities, so we need to have all that stuff with us. But yeah, it's we can fit everything in a couple of suitcases and then shoe bags. So I definitely loved traveling around in the van. Was my favourite part, and being not on a clock.
Yeah.
Not tied to, we've got to get here quick, we've got to get there quick. Which normally when you book a flight somewhere, you're limited.
Yeah. So that was a big thing for me personally. It was nice to have the time flexibility, and because you could just rock up wherever you want to go, and even if you don't find anywhere, you can still find somewhere to stop and sleep overnight.
Yeah.
So you can be in that flow state and more heart-centered. Or I've just got a feeling we need to go here. I've just got a feeling, whereas that's very hard to do with your typical kind of travel plans. You know where you're going. You have to book your flights or your trains or whatever, or plan your route out, and you've got an Airbnb or you've got a hotel. So the flexibility that gave, just to enable that sort of more heart-based, or where should we go? And just to allow that flow state to bring you, to allow the universe to bring you unexpected gifts and adventures.
Yeah.
And just thinking some of the bike rides that we went on and just the places that we just happened upon that were really magical. You can get that when you plan your trip, but that to surrender to the flow was a very new concept to me. I mean, I like, we sort of talk about this being in flow state, but it was an opportunity for me to really, and without any resistance, it felt quite natural. Just, okay, well, I don't know, let's go, let's just have a look. Oh, look, there looks like some blue on the map, so there's water there, so let's head that way.
That's literally what we did. It's like, there's rivers. I wanted to go to Cazorla. I knew that was the direction we wanted to go. There's rivers that way, let's go. And we just stopped in a few cool places on the way up. We had lots of it's very new concept for us, because whenever we travel, you're like, well, where are we going? Have you booked a place? It's like, I really wanted to just get on the road and go, because the way I was brought up a lot of the time, that's what you did. You just, okay, you got to stop on the way, and you just find the first place that you can sleep, and you stop there. But we have to plan our route thing. I really just wanted to do flow state. So I think the camper van, you really let that go when you were in that. It was really cool.
And I guess it's must be a bit more like a muscle when you start to listen to that intuition and that flow state, and just, I've got a feeling I want to go this way, and I guess you develop it like a muscle, like a skill. And some of the places that we ended up, for whatever reason, like when we were on that abandoned village.
We got lost in a forest, didn't we? That was amazing. We followed this route up.
Because we got lost on the bikes. We were trying to find a route through the mountain, but in the end we found this other place, and you were like, we've got to come back here.
Yeah.
We've got to come back here because there's something up there for us. So we were like, okay, we'll do that another time. And then we found our way. But then when we went back there, there was a trail up to this abandoned village, and there were these sort of rock, it was sort of old-fashioned paving slabs, but had been made into these two circles, and there was
two of them. I mean, we've spoken to people afterwards. We were like, this is a portal or something, but it was possible that it was just for farming, because there was a hole in the middle. We're as in our adventures, like, this is. But what it was nice was to see that there's these beautiful little places up in the middle of nowhere, and you could see from where they were, and you looked across. There was another one. There were like little villages. There were tiny little villages.
But
I loved that.
What I wanted to just briefly touch upon is that there's been a lot of talk about going to places and spreading light codes, or to take codes from one place to another place, or to anchor in light, and these things. And so Lucy Davis was saying it on her video with Charlie Ward the other day, saying that if you feel drawn to go to somewhere, just do. You don't need to know what you're doing necessarily, but you're anchoring in these light codes. And which didn't elaborate too much, but I've heard this in a more expanded way beforehand as well. And it felt like we were kind of doing that. We were and we were also intentionally trying to anchor in the light and to spread the love.
Spreading love and anchoring light everywhere we went.
And there's a song coming. About that. But it was
family generated one. It's so fun.
So we didn't really know why we were going to certain places, but it felt right that we were there.
Yeah, and we really, really let it just go. It's like, okay, well, we're going here. Well, that's where we're going. And the kids were very involved in it as well. They were like, yeah, we want to stop here. It feels right. So everyone was kind of going with their feelings. And and I've got to say, that time we got lost in the forest, there was like a really weird fog. It was on the day of the full moon, and it was just very confusing. Everyone was kind of losing it. It was like, no, this is the way. I was the wayfinder. I got us out of there. And that's how we found the lost village as well. And then when we went back the next time, it didn't have that dense energy. So there was a lot of energy going on in that forest on that day. But yeah, I hugged a lot of trees this summer. It was really fun.
We were talking like the pixies, or what is it? We were talking about that.
We were talking about fairies and elves and pixies.
They're getting us lost.
Yeah,
they're getting us lost.
They're fogging us. There's trolls here. They're fogging us up so that they don't want us in their forest.
But it was just fun, just talking to the kids about, like, maybe there's, maybe we could leave some food for the elves?
The elves or the trolls. Yeah, they left we had some dried bananas from the market, so they left some of those for them to try. It was really, really cool. I think the next time we went through the forest, they weren't there anymore, so they were very excited.
But the kids are so very open to talking about that kind of stuff, like there's magical stuff living in the forest. Why not talk about it?
Yeah. Jensen and I are forever chasing the essence of our dragons. So we're looking for them in every forest we go to, because they tend to follow us. So it's a really nice way of, why not communicate and talk about these things? Their imaginations go wild. There's nothing wrong with letting them do that. But yeah, it's they did really well on the bike rides and stuff. We just really had a good time as a family, and we all really enjoyed it. I think I asked the kids when we got back, what was your favourite part of the holiday? We did that as one of our little assignments. What was your favourite part of the summer? Just write about your favourite day. And Jensen actually chose the day we wild camped near the top of a mountain we thought we weren't going to find anywhere, and there was this big field, and we just stopped there on this beautiful rock. We actually recorded another video for one of Lewis's songs there. The feeling.
You put that as his.
That was his favourite day because he played football with you, and the goats came. And he went up, even though he hurt his foot. He hurt himself that day, and then he couldn't do any more football, and we ended up watching some bit of TV in the van. But that was his favourite day. I loved the wild camping. Was my favourite part as well. The campsite stuff was good, but you wanted to stay for more than a day because you set it all up and make it all look pretty. I did like cleaning the van as well because it was very small, so it didn't take long.
Because it was the other time we wild camped next to the other river quite early on, just after Salabrenna.
Yeah.
And we met this old guy, and he was just like chatting away, and he said, "Oh, I live just across the bridge. Come to my house." And the kids were like, "Yeah, let's go." And then we went to this dude's house, and he was like, "Here, have some eggs from my chickens, and oh, I've got some honey from my beehives. So like, here you go." And just cutting off bits of chorizo for the kids and have some bread. Really? So this really nice people. It was just really, really wonderful.
Yeah.
And I said, like, can I give you some money? Like, he was like, no. Just next time you're in town, just say hello.
Yeah, he was a really, really nice guy. I didn't go with him to the house. I caught up on some translations, but it was, I wanted a bit of alone time, but then I got attacked by all the mosquitoes. They all got in then that day. It was not cool. They were smaller than the nets on the windows. So, yeah. So we've learned a lot of lessons. We've grown a lot as a family during our summer vacation. We've learned a lot about flow state. I've been in flow state for quite a while. But the flow of the summer was really, really cool, and really learned to let go of control, and you learn a lot about yourself, I think, as well. And I think as a couple, like you say, when I was like, come on, you got to do Dragonfly now. Normally you would have taken that really, like, stop pestering me, but you just went, okay, grabbed your guitar and off we went. So we can't leave this campsite until we've done it, because this is the place it has to be on. There was dragonflies everywhere. I need to better my camera skills though, because I was filming the dragonflies and I was too far zoomed out, so you can't really see them. But I did try. Their essence is there.
But that was really good to just get straight down to it. Like, I know I need to have a metronome to record it, so I'm in tune in time with the recording. And it was, just experience that I didn't have before, like how to record the music video.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
You know? And stitching all the angles together, that was really cool. I hadn't done that before. I mean, we did it. We kind of did it with Breathe. Was more of a one take, wasn't it?
Yeah. Breathe was more of a one take, but you had a really clear vision of what you wanted. Well, we did it on the mountain and we did it at the beach, but you preferred the beach footage. So we've still got that mountain to use for something else. But.
So I've learned how to do the multi-camera thing and switch from one to the other. So that's really good. So you can see that in the Dragonfly video if you haven't seen it already. Probably, maybe.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of stuff. Creatively, we got a lot done. We just didn't manage to get our YouTubing done because we had no internet in Coto Rios. Our internet signal was rubbish, which was great because we couldn't actually do anything. It really stressed Lewis out. I feel that this summer has been about him learning to disconnect from the internet, because everywhere we go, we just keep getting cut off. So it was really funny. But yeah, it really stopped us from having to do videos, because I wanted to do one every week, but what we've done is just recorded a little bits of catch-ups, and we'll put them together and have them as a family adventures or something. We'll figure something out. And we want to start doing weekly videos now again, don't we? We've picked Friday, I think, but we're not sure if it'll stick. So we will put a schedule up at some point.
This is quite nice, though, Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's nice. Yeah.
And this way I don't have to edit the video. It could just go out as is.
Yeah, and
We just have to try not to swear.
there was just no swearing, and there's no It's a lot easier if it just streams out. It's done. That's our little thing, and it keeps us in check with what we're doing. We've done a lot more. We did have an impromptu visit after we got home we got home on the 1st of September. Moving back in, we opened the storeroom and realised, there's a load of stuff in there that we don't need. So I'm unpacking very slowly, and I'm binning everything that we don't need. We're being very conscious of, we want to live lighter as well as being able to travel lighter. It is a time of clearance and getting rid of the things that no longer serve you. So I used to always be the person that keeps the dress from 18 years ago because it reminds me of some kind of thing. And I managed to get over all that stuff, but I've still got a collection of fridge magnets and a load of things that I never use. So as we will unpack from the storeroom things, I'm going to be very conscious and get rid of them straight away. The kids are the same. We're going to really lighten up everything that they've got because, for Celeste, some friends of ours gifted me years worth of clothes, basically, because their daughter was a couple of years older than our son. So all the clothes they gave me for our daughter have been lasting for years, but there's loads of stuff in there that she's not going to use either. So I'm just going to get rid because I don't need to be hoarding all this stuff and keeping it. Plus, our plan is to sell up and start a new adventure. So that's what we want to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel now's the time. Adventures are on the horizon, and we built these places for a life we no longer live and for people that we're not anymore. I think we've grown a lot in the last 3 years. But without having gone through the process of doing these places, I don't think we'd have got quite as far as we have. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to buy a couple of luxury spa villas
that rent really well,
MalagaLuxury.com. Go to MalagaLuxury.com.
Yeah, they are on the market.
That's it. Yeah, get in touch. So it's just we're on a different journey now, and we want to enjoy the time with the kids more.
Yeah.
Okay.
We realise that we are different people. We're a lot more want to live near a river or a lake. Maybe the north of Finland. That'd be exciting, wouldn't it?
Right. What's left? We good?
Yeah, I think that's good. What were your highlights of the summer for you? The pros, the best things?
Well, the flow state, getting the videos done, just having the whole motorhome experience was good. The walks, the waterfalls, the being in nature, that was, jumping off of rocks, real, just the exercise and activities that we did, that was great. I felt brilliant when I was doing
it was very much up our alley. We like doing stuff like that, so we're quite.
And when we don't give ourselves that as a family, it doesn't. It's good when we do that. Yeah. We need to have that as a family.
August we didn't exercise at all because it's really hot. We had none of our stuff. You can't really hike in August in Spain, so we didn't do any of that, and it was obvious. It was very obvious.
But yeah, that was the pros.
What was the down?
Cons.
What was your biggest lesson? So what was it that happened that gave you the biggest lesson? Because it normally comes with some kind of drama, but they're not dramas really. They're just all lessons to teach you to grow, aren't they? So.
I don't know.
No?
Sort of thing you should probably ask me this before.
Okay. All right, then the con. You can plan your answer. You're not supposed to plan your answer. The idea is to be.
Cons is that the routine. I was just starting to get into a good routine. I had my black book I was writing down my exercise that I was doing in the morning. If I was doing like qigong or yoga, meditation, and all this kind of stuff, and every day I had it written down, and that went out the window. When we're traveling, and I've still got to figure out how I can do that because we had another trip to England, and again I wasn't good with exercise or meditation or anything like that. It went out the window, so I've got to find more consistency. So that was so in the same way we realized what we missed when we got back home. At the same time, I want to be able to
keep things.
to keep doing things that are very important
Yeah.
consistently. Otherwise, travel means I'm going to get fat and unfit every time I go.
Mentally unstable.
And mentally unstable. So yeah, that's not. I don't want that to be the thing that comes with traveling.
No.
You know, diet. The diet suffers. You know, in England it was like. Anyway, we'll talk about that next time. But
Yeah. Our England trip was a whole episode all by itself. So for me, the highlight was being together and being in flow state. I really loved it. I never thought I would enjoy camping. I loved pretty much everything you said. But also from August, I loved traveling without a plan. For our anniversary, we went somewhere that I don't think we would have ever thought of. But Lewis was in flow state, so he took us there. I think we handled with the stress of that situation really well, because that just went completely the wrong way too. But it was quite fun. But it was a really weird village. Like, we could probably do
we could do an entire episode on that.
On Ubada. Yeah, it was a really cool place. And I actually did manage to keep a lot of my routine. I didn't do my Qigong daily, but I did it at least 3 or 4 times a week. So I was very, very good with trying to keep my mental practice up, and I was doing my journaling. So I was really good at that. And my love and gratitude list, I did that pretty much throughout the whole summer. So I was good. I was good with that. Cons for me was, I think I missed a little bit of routine, of exercise routine, and I just really missed my bed. So I think when we buy our own motorhome, I'm going to have to make sure that my bed's really comfy, because that was something I really, really did miss when we got back to bed, and the sauna, but I can't take that one with me. So that's the only thing.
I'm getting lost.
Yeah, the mosquitoes are out. We were, I don't know where they're coming from because everything's shut. But anyway, I think that's good for this time.
Yeah.
It's a good little catch up.
Yeah.
We'll keep you posted with more, and we'll be back soon.
But it's good to be back.
Yeah.
Any questions, any comments, please just send them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel like doing so. Hopefully more music soon. I've got to figure out my to-do list. I'm also getting on the social media now. I'm on TikTok. Can you believe TikTok? And Instagram Reels, and I'll be doing YouTube Shorts as well with some of my music stuff. So you can find me very easily, because there's only one person with my name in the world. So Lewis Hanshaw. That's it.
That's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
See you next time, guys.
See you soon.